This is Mike, and I'm going to go over the process of how the new photo album image upload situation is going to work. So basically what's going to happen is we have a form, and there'll be a link to this form. So basically, let me go here. There's going to be a button on here for it. There's not one right now. I'm going to add it here in a few minutes. But basically, it's going to take them to this page right here, and it's going to say select company. So they'll pick a company. So say they say it's RPO. They hit submit, and then they have to enter their name. So hey, yeah, this is Mike Morgan, and this is Pizza Guys Test. And then they're going to select files. So they can do this on their phone. It's going to say, hey, enter pictures of the exterior of the building, ceiling of the space, blah, 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 and all these different things. So they can add up to 5 for each one. Additional pictures, it automatically puts the date and the time. Then they hit submit. That's it. So they're done, okay? So now that's basically how they're going to upload the pictures. As soon as that happens, it's going to send a text message basically saying, which you've probably been getting all those texts. It's going to say, hey, this thing has been entered. And they're going to be in the folder within 20 minutes. Now, you get an email pretty much immediately. I know I said that, but you get an email. Email will look like this. It's going to say new RPL progress images from whatever the name of the store is from the person who submitted them. So what you're going to do is you're going to go right to this folder right here, which is the Ubora temp folder. And it's going to basically, whichever one is at the top right here, the most recent one, this is the one right here. So if you look here and you look by the name, it's the name of the store, progress images, and it has the date and time. Okay. So now you're going to hit move to. You're going to go back. Okay. You're going to go to shared with me. You're going to go to RPL builders and archive progress images and move. That's it. Okay. As soon as you do that, that basically is storing these images on the drive. Okay. So what this is going to do is it's going to prevent them from sending text to you, you having to pull them off the text messages and do it. It's basically going to dump them into one spot. Okay. Then if we go over here, inside that task to be sorted folder right here, we'll have to wait a minute. It usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes before it comes through. It's a little bit slow. I apologize. No, but it is what it is. Now, another reminder is Steve can find these images anytime by going into his RPO folder, archive progress images, and all the different folders of images that were put in there. They will be stored here. They're also on Google. You're going to put them on Google Photos and send them out. But that is only if the client wants it. So for Pizza Guys, the client wants it. If he doesn't want it for that particular client, that's something we'll talk about. Then essentially at this point, when it says Google album to be created and it pops up, you just mark it as done. We'll probably do something later where where if it'll automatically not ask you for this, it'll just store the progress images there. But we'll wait just another second. Like I said, it'll take a couple of minutes before this thing populates. But I'm going to show you a real quick way to manually put these. Now, when this happens, remember that when you go to do the Google Photos, you have to be logged in as Steve, basically that fasttrack at fasttrackbuilding@gmail.com when you put it in Gmail or in Google Photos. Otherwise, it's not going to send right. It's going to say it came from you. And we do not want it coming from you. So comes here. It says it's due today. It's tagged. So this is a little bit of an upgrade from what we had. It's basically going to say, hey, create a new album. The folder was recently moved here. Okay. So we click on it. It's basically the newest one at 10:55. Pizza Guys Tests. The one at 8:54. So now what I would do, I'm going to go to Google Photos. Right in here. Go to Google Photos. And I'm going to go to albums, create new album, and I'm going to call it Pizza Guys test 10, 19, 21 update, right? So you know the naming convention. Then I hit add photos, select from computer. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's go back. Instead of doing that, let me delete this. Instead of doing it like that, because that's going to take longer, we can just go in here and hit upload, and it'll ask us. So he's hit Google Drive, shared with me, Zoho attachments, actually, excuse me, my drive, because I'm logged in as Steve, RPL, archive progress pictures under RPL. I'm going to take the most recent one, which is at 8:55 right here. This is the folder. And then basically now I'm going to go in here and select all of them and hit upload. It's going to upload the pictures. Let me wait a second. Well, what's going to happen is normally these are all pictures that are happening right now. So when all those pictures upload, you can basically select them and then add them to an album by just hitting it and hit add to the album. Upload them however you want. That's probably the fastest way. That didn't work as smoothly as I was hoping it was going to, that particular part. But for the rest of the people that are not doing Google Photos, for his other clients that he doesn't want that, you don't need to do it at all. So basically all you'll do is upload the pictures right there. And the very last step that you'll do is you'll send an email to Steve with a link to the folder for those pictures. And you'll say, here's the updated pictures for this particular store. And they can look at them in Google Drive. So you don't need to do anything. So that'll be that. Thanks.